Now, after an absence of more than 50 years, competitive powerlifting returned to the island last Saturday, with the National Association staging its first national championships at the UTEC Auditorium in St. Andrew. Here's Karen Madden.
It's an enviable achievement, staging a national championship within a year of forming an association and managing to attract scores of participants competing under the watchful eyes of General Secretary of the International Powerlifting Association, Robert Kello.
And after we come with a coaching clinic, that's going to be necessary. That's the next step. They're going to improve, but they also need the correct equipment. So we're working with what we have. And we'll make sure Mr. Blair will make sure next time they have the correct equipment.
And the president of the local governing body, Michael Blair, looked ahead to improvements to come with increased financial backing.
We start the pre-qualification for this tournament starting early next year. So athletes participating in our tournament will have to qualify for those tournaments coming up. We have a lot more coming up in terms of the league that we spoke about many times, where gyms will get the opportunity to compete against each other. We have a lot to come, and so we need support in terms of from financial association that we can able to execute what we want.
23-year-old Sammy DePass took the women's title, while 26-year-old Scott Jennings walked away with the men's crown.
I'm very excited that Jamaica finally has a powerlifting association, that we can show up, show out, we can compete with our peers, we can get a great idea of where we are before we hit the international platform, and I think that everybody has executed really well thus far.
So I've been training as a powerlifter for a pretty long time. I've been training maybe 5 or so years as a powerlifter with no real competition in mind. I just like to train powerlifting, so I do it. It was the other day, I think sometime last year, or maybe this year, early this year, I heard that there was a federation being started. It was under the IPF, the official world body, and I was saying, okay, let's go.
Powerlifting is an individual sport for men and women in which the goal is to lift the greatest weight possible in squat, bench press, and deadlift in specific weight categories in one motion, with athletes getting 3 attempts. Karen Madden, TVJ Sports.